You already got your A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem.
Yeah.
So we'll add the first verse of the first surah, the first chapter of Quran today.
Okay, so first I say all the lines that I already say, and then I start the surah.
Yes. So right now you only say A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem.
Yeah.
Allahu Akbar. And you say A'udhu. Tell me, what do you say?
Well, okay, first I say Allahu Akbar.
Right.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim.
Yes.
And then I say Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Wallah ilaha illallah. And then I say
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, Allahu Akbar.
Right. But yeah, so now this will go after A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem.
Oh, after that line, the third
Yes.
one. Okay.
Yes. Because well, it's not the third one, think about it, right?
Okay.
It's just Allahu Akbar, that's the beginning of the prayer.
Yeah.
Right? Then you put your hands on top of each other.
Yeah.
Right? Then the first line is A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem. That's the first line.
Got it?
Today we'll be learning the second line.
Okay.
Right? And this stuff is a remembrance and praising of Allah, glorification of Allah, as a filler until you are basically. So once you get the first chapter down, then you don't have to say this.
Okay.
Right? Then you'll be just like moving on, next stage, next stage, next stage, so on and so
Okay.
forth.
Is this one harder or not?
But you're a hard worker, man.
We'll see.
Right?
We'll see.
Remember when you came, you were like, oh, I can't say this thing in
just wanna say the
Arabic.
English version.
I'm an English boy.
But now I know the Arabic and English meaning for each one, each line so far. You can
Okay.
test me if you want.
Okay, go ahead.
You can test me? Okay, Allahu Akbar, Allah is the greatest.
Nice.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. I seek refuge with Allah, with all love. Wait, no, is that the one?
No. I seek
No.
refuge in Allah
No.
from.
Wait, is that the one? I seek refuge?
Yeah, this first part is right. I seek,
Okay, my bad, okay. And then Subhanallah.
No, so it's not. So I seek refuge in Allah.
Yeah.
From what?
From I don't know, I didn't remember that part. I just
So,
know-
yeah,
from
okay.
I
That's
seek
fine,
refuge
that's
in
fine.
Allah. That's the most important part.
Right. So
Right.
from Satan, the cursed.
From Shaitan the curse.
Right.
Okay.
So we were just saying, right? So Shaitan has implication on our emotions, on our physical health,
Yeah.
right? So you try to
I
make
didn't
it.
add that part because to make it easy for me to remember.
No,
I just dropped it in
you don't
there.
have to say that. I'm just trying to help you
Okay.
understand, right?
Yeah.
So,
I
because
just said I seek refuge because I know who I'm seeking refuge why.
okay, and then
Subhanallah.
yeah, what that means?
Allah is free from all imperfections.
Very nice.
Alhamdulillah, all praise goes to Allah. And then Wallah ilaha illallah. It's something like only Allah, only my praise goes to Allah with full submission, love, trust, hope, and faith.
Yeah, so you're saying that there's no deity except Allah.
Yeah.
Which means that there's no one worthy of my submission, full love,
Yeah.
and my full worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. And then Allahu Akbar, you already know.
Yeah,
Okay,
Allah's
fantastic. And I know a lot of Muslims don't know this, so that's a good challenge for people to catch up.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll basically continue our Quran studies for the Friday. So we're on the chapter of Noah.
Okay.
So you wanna open it up?
I'm too sick to do this, man.
And I'll help you and just open it up. It's actually so today we'll be learning very important things. Number one, we're learning a spiritual technique to get more wealth, better relationships, more kids.
My phone.
No worries, man. More kids if you're interested. We'll look at some of the proofs of the existence of God from Qur'an.
Wait, which chapter?
Okay. So this is chapter number 71, I believe. Let's see. Chapter. Yep, 71. And we will be starting on verse number. So you know Noah, right?
No.
Noah?
I know the book of Noah in the Bible.
Yes, that's
I
the
read
same.
that.
That's the same messenger. Okay, so we'll be starting from verse number 10. Okay, so you know read the translation?
I want to read while I'm sick.
Yeah, man, you're a strong guy.
I prayed while I was sick. I was dying. I was like next to the people. Okay. I said to them, ask forgiveness from your Lord. Verily, He is oft forgiving.
Of forgiving, okay.
Oft forgiving is a team. He will send rain to you in abundance and give you an increase in wealth and children, and
Okay.
bestow on you gardens and bestow on you rivers.
Fantastic. So now let's think about it, right? So for those who are following along, verse number 10, right? The first thing is it's an encouragement for us to remind other people, right? So he's advising other people. So advice, first of all, goes to whom? myself.
Yeah.
But then, increasing on, I also want to advise other people.
Advise or like bother people? Or
Well, okay. So if you bother people, will that get them close to Allah or far away from Allah?
No, you sort of like give them advice, you walk away, get it back to them maybe in a few days, and yeah, you don't do it every single day. But yeah.
You got it, right? So for example, if you want to tell people, hey guys, you know what? Stop giving your money to the bank and invest wisely with me.
But I'm not gonna say that every single day. I'm gonna say it like once a month, like
Yeah, there you go.
and just walk away,
Exactly.
and then come back like a month later.
That's true, right? So that frequency will be dependent on your relationship with the person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for example, if you have a child or if you have a brother, right, and you're hanging out with him every day, and you're like spending 3 hours with him, you must say, hey, you know what, do you mind if 5 minutes we talk about Allah, right? But if you say a person is very resistant and, you know, he gets offended or he's repelling that, then you might do it like once a week or once in 10 days or whatever, or once in 2 weeks. So it really depends on the person, right?
Yeah.
So for example, I probably reach out to you like twice or thrice a week. Julie and I would probably do like once a week.
Okay.
So this is already very pushing back, right?
Yeah.
So that's one thing. Now, what is the advice he's saying? What's the advice?
Ask
forgiveness.
I always ask forgiveness.
There you go.
I commit a lot of sins
That's
in
fine.
my lifetime.
Exactly. So that's first thing. Ask for forgiveness, right? So when you are sincere about forgiveness, you'll realize that look, you know how great is Allah and how many favors He has
Will I
done.
really be forgiven?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should really believe in
How
that.
do I know that I was forgiven?
You
You'll
can't.
tell me? I can't know?
No.
Oh my god.
Well, and then imagine if you knew that, right? You'll get lazy, and then
I won't get lazy, I'll be happy.
and then you will get lazy,
Yeah.
right? So because think about it, right? So if you're in the boxing round, right, and you think, oh, I already won, right, and then you drop your guards, what happens?
You get punched in the face.
That's right. That's how you get knocked out, right?
Right.
So until you're out of the boxing ring, and when does that happen?
When you're in heaven.
Yes.
When the bell rings.
And the bell rings,
Yeah.
right? So until then, you gotta keep your guards up, keep protecting yourself, and keep being offensive as well. Okay, fantastic. So asking for forgiveness, right? So true asking for forgiveness, you realize who Allah is and how great He is, how many favors He has done on us, and then you're sincerely asking. Now, next thing it uses the word Rabbakum, your Rabb.
What does that mean?
So your Rabb, in English they usually translate it as Lord, but if you really want to go deeper, it means the one who created you, the one who owns you, not only everything, owns you and everything, created you and everything else, right?
Okay. Someone owned by someone.
Right?
That's the slavery days.
But you'd rather be owned by your own desires or by Allah?
I'd rather be owned by Allah.
There you go.
Okay.
Right? And then at the same time, He is fully in charge of you. Isn't that powerful? Meaning that I cannot hurt you unless Allah allows that to happen.
So do we have free will?
Yes, we do have free will,
Okay.
but it's a very beautiful concept. You do have free will, but it's still under the bigger will of Allah.
So we have lack of free will.
We don't have a perfect free will.
Free will is an illusion.
Well, we have free will, but it's not perfect.
Okay.
But the reason I'm saying this is, okay, I have the will to aim to punch you,
Yeah.
right? Do I have it or not?
Yeah.
Right? Now, will I be successful in that or not? That depends on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right?
Yeah,
Because there's so many factors. Because Allah can, paralyze me before I punch you.
But then you'll be punished if you abuse your free will.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes
No, I mean, even something deeper than that. So, yes, I have free will and there are consequences of my free will. That's a different concept, right? But what I'm saying is that even before that, for me to execute my free will, Allah can intercept, right? Intervene and intercept. So, if I decide to punch you,
Or like if you have the urge to punch me, but
Right.
then Allah's just like whispering to you like, no, don't do it.
that's one way,
Okay.
right? That's one
That
way.
happens a lot to me.
Yeah, there you
So
go,
I
right?
want to hurt a lot of people, but then I just don't do it.
Exactly. So that's one way of intervention.
Okay.
What else? And you're rewarded for it. Even though intervention is facilitated by Allah, right? The angels might be saying, don't punch it, or be nice to that person, right?
So the more I don't punch people, just
Yeah.
because, the better.
Yeah, so because the more you control
I'm
your
resistant.
desires,
Yeah, I've been controlling it a lot. Just
Right.
holding that inside.
exactly. So you're rewarded for it. Okay?
How am I rewarded?
Because you discipline, you control your negative desires.
Am I rewarded through money or through like what?
It could be it
Or
could be
hell?
no, it could be a combination of reward in dunya and the life after,
Okay.
or it could be fully in the life after, or it could be a
man.
combination.
That's
But ideally what we want is a combination,
I want
right?
a combination.
Combination.
If it's just in life after, that's a long-term investment.
Exactly. So you want, like, some here, some there, right? That's why the
Yeah.
best of the dua is to ask رَبَّنَا آتِنَا فِي الدُّنْيَا حَسَنَةً وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ حَسَنَةً وَقِنَا عَذَابَ
I
النَّارِ.
don't understand
That's
that.
fine. So I'm going to tell you in English. Oh Allah, give me the best in this life
Mm-hmm.
and the best in the hereafter, and protect me from the hellfire.
I'm not gonna say the best. I'm asking for too much. I don't want to be greedy, so I'm like, give me something pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
So I'm going to,
You're asking for the best.
well, that's the thing. Why not?
Do you want the best?
Yeah.
Sounds greedy. Just say,
But
take
it's
whatever he gives
well,
you.
when you ask for Allah,
Yeah.
right? The Prophet said, when you ask Allah, like, aim high,
Aim high?
right?
Oh, damn.
Why? Because it's Allah, right?
Mhm.
Like, it's the most generous person, most generous one you can ever talk to.
Yeah.
So why be humble, right? Saying best, and what is best? He knows what's best for you, right?
Okay, so that's like a. Alright.
Right. So my point was, like, we're talking about free will intervention right now. Free will intervention. One is you discipline yourself and you're rewarded for it.
Okay.
Okay. The next thing is, the next level of intervention is basically your intention is intervened and intercepted, but you don't get a reward for it, right? So for example, if I really choose to punch you,
Yeah.
right, and as I was doing that, Allah gives you the insight and ability, and you dodge it, right? You dunk it.
Oh. But you still executed the action.
Yeah.
'cause
So
you
I'm
attempted
gonna
to.
be so
Yeah, you
I did
messed
the
up.
right thing. I messed
Yeah.
up. Allah protected you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Another way is Allah can, physically harm me or physically prevent me, like, I don't get the ability to do that,
Okay.
right? I can't reach you, or, Allah made you out of my reach, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So the point is that, so the reason we are talking about this is the concept of Rabb, that He is fully in charge, right? Your phone,
Mm-hmm.
like, yes, you own it,
Yeah.
but you cannot protect it 100%. Allah can protect it 100%.
Okay.
You cannot harm it 100%.
Listen, I just cracked it the other day. This is the first time I ever cracked my phones in 7 years of having a phone.
That humbles
First
us,
time
doesn't
ever.
it?
I never had a case,
Yeah.
so yeah.
It's humbling, isn't it?
It's I get it fixed for free, but yeah.
Okay, and the next point, إِنَّهُ كَانَ غَفَّارًا. And so this thing tells us about Allah. So this verse is very powerful. So whenever we look at a verse and we're trying to analyze when you're at home and what have you, think about it. What is it talking about? Is it talking about Allah? Does it tell me anything about Allah? Does it tell me anything about what I should do, what Allah loves, what I should advise, what Allah hates? Does it tell me anything about hereafter, and so on and so forth, right? So what does it tell you about Allah?
It says, I said
So in the last part, it tells Allah is
he's oft forgiven.
yes. So it doesn't matter how many times you go back to Him.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going back to Him. Don't let Shaitan tell you, you know what, you have done enough. There is no hope for you.
There's always hope.
There's always hope. Keep going back. Whatever you do, how many times you do, always keep going back to. Now that's from a spiritual things, right? Remember we were talking about you want a combination of goodness, right? You want a
Yeah.
combination there and something here, right?
Yeah.
So the prophet Noah is telling the people that as a consequence of this,
Mm-hmm.
spiritually what will happen is Allah will forgive you, He will wipe out your sins, He will not punish you for your sins, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're sincere enough, Allah will give you the strength to discipline you and not to commit those sins again.
Okay.
Those are spiritual benefits, right? Now from a worldly perspective, look what would happen. Number one, He will give you abundant rain,
Or just abundance in general.
right? So He'll give you abundance in general, including rain and so on and so forth. Okay? He'll give you more wealth.
Okay.
He'll give you more children,
Mm-hmm.
and He'll give you gardens and rivers, right?
Gardens and rivers.
So you see, like, these are benefits to that. Now we'll read one more verse and then we'll conclude at that. I'll just read one more verse and we'll conclude. Unless you're gonna do more.
No, I'm too sick. I'm about
Okay.
to pass out.
So we're gonna do one more verse and then we're gonna work on the first verse, which is
Okay.
Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim.
Got
Okay.
it.
So read that translation for me.
Okay. What is the matter with you? That you fear not Allah, His punishment, and you hope not for reward from Allah, or you believe not in His ownness.
Fantastic. Oneness.
You're getting better at reading.
Very, very good. Yeah, so think about it now. So, every human being that we deal with, we have a certain respect for that person, right? And we have a certain hope for that person or certain fear from that person, right? And that's why they say, like, if you really want to see how good you are, see how you treat your waiter or waitress,
Yeah.
right? I mean, although, obviously if you mess up too much, they can
You
spit in
treat
your
others
food.
the way you want to be treated.
Exactly, right? But
Elementary school, they taught me that.
But now, when you have a client, right? If I tell you, hey, Nath, you know what? I know this millionaire, and he's looking for an investor, or an advisor, I'm gonna set up a meeting for you with him,
Yeah.
right? It's gonna be like 10 o'clock at night.
Okay.
We can only meet him tonight.
I'm like, okay.
Would you show up?
I'll be there.
Right?
Yeah.
Now the question, if I tell you, Dave, there's only one prayer that comes in once a week. It's Friday afternoon, 12:45. Allah loves this meeting with us, right? So it just sees like how much do we value and honor Allah. That when Allah wants me to be for my 5 prayers, or Allah wants me in the Friday prayer, or Allah wants me to fast, or Allah wants me to leave certain thing.
Yeah.
So He's telling them, what is the matter with you?
And I almost didn't come today because I was sick. So I'm like, I'm just gonna call him. But I said, you know what, Nate? Drive over there, and I made it.
Yeah, look,
And I'm halfway dead, and I might not make it back, but Allah, He's protecting me, so I'll be okay.
Bro, if you die like that, it's
That's the best
nothing
way
to
to
worry
go
about.
out.
No, nothing to worry
I
about.
got car insurance. I was on the road, and we'll see.
Yeah, don't do suicide.
Nah.
But
I got the
okay,
card
so
back.
that's just saying, like, what is the matter with you guys? That you don't have any sort of respect for Allah. You don't care about His
Wait, the
honor.
Prophet wrote that? That sounded aggressive when I read it. It said, what?
But-
What is
but-
the matter with you? I'm like, oh man, who wrote this?
But that's the thing.
Like, damn.
Sometimes no, this is.
I like that. It's spicy.
Yeah, sometimes you have to be like aggressive, and sometimes you have to be soft,
I
right?
like
You
that. I
gotta
want to
have a
read
balance.
more verses like that.
So maybe you should put it on your screen. What's the matter with you,
Yeah,
Dave?
I like it. I like it. I didn't know the
Yeah,
card was
maybe I
that
should take a
spicy.
screenshot.
Screenshot that.
How?
What just take? You're IT. What are you talking about?
Well, I don't know. Like your Android and iPhones are different, right?
Oh, that's what.
Okay, and then next thing, look, don't you, and then it talks about expectations, right? Don't you expect that if you invest with Allah, don't you expect forgiveness and growth?
Yeah.
There you go, right? But many times we behave in a way as if we don't expect, forgiveness and growth with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala,
Yeah.
right? So as I was saying, when you meet that client, you have expectation, right?
Yeah.
When you stand up in front of Allah, always have expectations.
I expect Him to deliver if I deliver.
There you go. Now, and there's a verse that says, all children of Israel, hold on to my covenant, and I'll hold on to my covenant. Right? You fulfill your covenant, and I'll fulfill my covenant.
What does covenant mean?
Like agreement, contract.
Oh.
So you fulfill your duties, I'll fulfill my promise to you, and I'll put you in paradise forever.
I like that.
Right? That's going to be an amazing vacation. Let me read that in Arabic, and then we'll do that first word. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فقلت استغفروا ربكم إنه كان غفارا يرسل السماء عليكم مدرارا ويمددكم بأموال وبنين ويجعل لكم جنات ويجعل لكم أنهارا ما لكم لا ترجون لله وقارا. The next week, inshallah, we'll be seeing the signs of the existence of God. Many people are like, oh, I need a proof. Is there a God? Show me a proof. Well, we'll be seeing the proofs next week from Qur'an.
Wait, from what way? Say that again? We're going to see proof?
Yep,
Where?
in the Quran.
What do you mean in the Quran?
So, you know how atheists say, oh, I need a sign.
Yeah.
Show me, oh God, if you're there, show me a sign.
Yeah, we're going to see a sign?
You're going to see, well, God will
But it just says, it doesn't say what the sign's going to be.
No, the sign will be there. It will point out the sign. Look. These are the signs.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, next week, you're going to see that, man.
Okay, I'm going to talk to you next week.
So don't miss out next week,
I might
okay?
be on a flight to Switzerland though.
Huh? Where?
Next
Switzerland?
week. That's the 19th, right?
19, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be gone on the 19th.
Okay, so,
My
okay,
flight's in
then
the
you can
morning.
catch up on the video.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? So, Switzerland, is that like a business conference
Yeah,
thing?
that's the World Economic Forum. Something like that.
You're going to present there?
No, there's going to be, that's where all the
So
presidents
I want to
meet.
challenge you to present on Islamic finances
I'm
in
going
a
to
conference.
do Islamic investing versus regular investing. I'll do a whole debate on that.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm probably going to lose, but it's okay.
No worries.
My
Okay,
returns will
so
win.
first words of Surah Al-Fatiha. Should I write it on your WhatsApp?
Yes.
Open it, please.
Write it on your WhatsApp and send it to
Well,
me.
my WhatsApp is there, right?
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, yeah, unless I can do my laptop.
No, I don't. Okay.
Okay, so Bismillahi.
This
You
one,
write it. It's your
But
English.
you know how to spell it.
Okay, so I would spell it as Bismillah.
Bismillahi.
Yeah. Bis
This.
mil
Bismillah.
lahi.
Bismillahi.
Right?
Okay. Let me write it past this.
How are you gonna write it? Let me see.
I say bis.
Oh, you're gonna separate the syllables?
Yeah. Mil. Ahi.
Yeah, I would probably put it in the prayer group.
1 second. That's how it's gonna look really bad, but this is how I have to memorize it.
Bismillah.
Bismillahi.
La. So maybe an L with the.
Bismillahi.
Yeah.
Bismillahi.
Yes.
Got it?
Okay. Or okay, and then space. And this is something very valuable, bro. When you enter your home, say Bismillah. When
I know Bismillah.
Yeah, that's the same thing, right?
Bismillah.
When you drive, when you eat, when you invest, when you make that trade, say Bismillah.
Bismillah.
Right? Okay.
Bismillah.
Okay. Ar-Rahman.
I don't know how to do that.
A-R.
Ar.
Rah.
Ar-Rah.
Rah.
Ar-Rah.
Man.
Ar-Rahman.
Yeah.
Ar-Rahman.
Yeah.
Ar-Rahman.
Nid.
Wait, say that again.
So Ar.
Ar.
Rah. So we're gonna probably put an H.
Ra.
Man.
Man.
Yeah. So maybe double A, so you can say man.
Bismillahi. Ar-Rahman.
Okay. You know what? So maybe just get rid of the N. Space. Nir. N-I-I-R. Space. Rahim. Ra.
Rahim.
Yeah. Ra.
That's a black person name?
Black person?
That's a black woman named Rahim. Bismillahi Ar-Rahmanir Rahim.
Yes.
I said that right?
Bismillahi.
Bismillahi Ar-Rahmanir
Ar-Rah.
Ar-Rah.
Man.
Ar-Rahmanir.
Rahim.
Bismillahi Ar-Rahmanir Rahim.
Rahim.
Rahim, not regime.
Yes, that's very important because that's totally opposite.
Okay.
So you're saying I start in the name of Allah, the most merciful and the
Okay.
always merciful.
Got it.
Okay, so I'm going to type that in. I'm going to say